Following up tonight after 15 people were charged in federal court with impeding federal agents during Operation Metro Surge. Tonight we're asking what could come next.
Harrison Klopp spoke with a legal expert about that, and he joins us live at federal court in St. Paul. Harrison.
Kevin Lindsay, the final two defendants charged faced a federal judge here at the federal courthouse today. This comes a day after that 94-page indictment was unsealed. But as you can imagine, questions remain about this case. So we asked a law professor for her take.
These defendants have been charged not for what they said, but for what they did.
A day after federal prosecutors charged 15 people allegedly tied to two Minneapolis-based Antifa groups, we're looking more into the case stemming from the time around Operation Metro Surge. While some of the 15 defendants face additional offenses, all have been charged with conspiracy to impede or injure a federal officer.
The conspiracy was not to interfere by their voice, but to do it by force. That's a crime, and it will not be tolerated.
Well, conspiracy is always an interesting crime to charge because it tends to involve a lot of people, and those people may have very different roles in the alleged crimes.
Rachel Moran, a law professor at the University of St. Thomas, took a look at the 94-page indictment and said federal prosecutors gathered a lot of strong initial evidence, but wonders if they have enough on all 15 charged.
My instinct in reading those 94 pages is they seem to have much stronger evidence against some people than against others.
Moran points to certain individuals being mentioned far less than others in the indictment as something she believes defense attorneys will be aggressively litigating.
The line between what was protected protest activity and what crosses into impeding or obstructing is already not very clear. And then when you say, well, there are particular people who maybe didn't impede or obstruct but just entered into some sort of possible agreement to do that, then you're getting farther and farther away from the ones who actually did something problematic.
And a few statements on the charges coming in today. First, Jordan Kushner, who is representing Eric Davis, one of the 15 charged, says, quote, to charge activists engaged in legitimate resistance to government oppression with federal felonies is political persecution. Well, Secretary of Homeland Security Markwayne Mullin says on the charges, quote, we have zero tolerance for violence against our law enforcement. But guys, this is a story we will obviously continue to follow. From St. Paul tonight, Harrison Klopp, 5 Eyewitness News.
All right, Harrison, thank you. And one of the defendants in that federal case is now pushing back on the allegations against her. Natasha Roskotz turned herself in at the federal courthouse in St. Paul today. Court documents allege Natasha Roskotz brake-checked and sideswiped an officer's car, causing a crash. She's charged in the broader case, accusing 15 people of conspiring to impede or injure federal officers. Outside court, she told us the allegations don't match who she is.
I think all of this is absolutely ridiculous. I am not a violent person. I've never been violent. I've never had trouble with the law.
Her attorney would not say whether she is part of Direct Action Minnesota, which the Department of Justice describes as Antifa aligned. Her attorney called that label politically motivated. And you can read the full indictment for yourself against the 15 defendants right now at KSTP.com.